to introduce ourselves by telling everybody the name, the business name, and then the business location. Then after that, we will just kickstart. So I think right.
I'm called Abdullah from Basit, and I'm working under Mr. Bash Enterprise, located at Ababu Market.
My name is Bashir Mustafa. I work with Mr. Bashir of Germany.
My name is Guma Mark. I work with Nothing Technologies, opposite the UDS Junction.
I'm Jonathan, also Nothing Technologies, Poly Junction.
I'm Mohammed Abubakar. Business name, I'm a Abubakar Enterprise, located opposite Yamsas. So,
I'm Evans with Nothing Technologies.
I'm Ahmed Mohammed, working on the Med Business Unit, located at opposite West Hospital.
I'm Gertrude Felicia. I'm doing mobile money opposite network.
It's Mumu Abdulaziz, AA Aziz Enterprise, Freedom Point.
I am Mohamed Awal. My business name is Aslo Ventures, opposite Grito Substation.
I'm working at under Physio as BTS. I'm Mohamed Mutawakil, student of Tamil Technical University.
Digital careers. So, thanks all for introducing yourselves, and then I welcome you once again to this meeting. First of all, what we will do is that what we are coming to do will sound strange to most of us here, and probably some of us might have heard about it, because we have done a lot of work on that. We have done a lot of radio and television publicity, and then we have done a lot of conferences in almost about 6 regions of Ghana. We have done that in Tamale here, several of those conferences. We have done that in Bola, we have done that in Wa, we have done that in Accra, Kumasi, and in the Afro region. So this particular meeting is just a thought that I had, but like I was yesterday, I thought it was we have brothers in Tamale here who are doing business that is in line with what we are doing. So why don't we introduce that business to them? Those who are interested and are willing to embrace it and add it to their portfolio, they go ahead and then they can start also benefiting from that. That is what necessitated this particular meeting, and I am glad that we have responded to it positively. So before I start, I want to just tell you the history of money. What we are going to talk about is money, but it's new money. That is, people see it to be weird and strange, but elsewhere it is popular and people are using it. So that is how businesses were done. But from history, there was no money at first. So purchasing power was what you were having. For instance, if you were having a bag of rice, that was your purchasing power then. So if you want meat, that means that you have to exchange that particular rice for the meat. So you are using the rice to buy the meat. So that was the system of barter Then it was faced with a lot of challenges. Then it came to a time they were using cowries and other materials for exchange. We passed through that particular revolution too. We were using precious metals like gold and silver. That one too, it came to pass, and then we found ourselves today in paper and coins money. So today the most popular money that we see is the paper, the coins. And sometimes these coins and papers are converted into a card, that is a credit card and a debit card. So you hold it, and whenever you find yourself, you are able to spend it. But these all are not like, they are all having some challenges. For instance, these monies are monies that is regulated by third party. So if I send you money today, like mobile money, someone can sit somewhere and reverse that money back to you. So I can send you money and I'll call them saying that I mistakenly send money to this person, probably because of misunderstanding. MTN can reverse this money. So that is the problem of the third party involvement in our transactions. Then you look at them, even the money, the Ghanaian cedi. It is created by the Central Bank of Ghana. So you and I don't know how much money we have in circulation in Ghana here. So like it seems like there is no fairness in that particular system. So someone can say, I have created this amount of money, and then you will have some, but you don't know how to even verify that there is this money. Another thing is that the Ghanaian cedi that we are spending is money because the laws of Ghana is backing it to be money. So if someone comes to you to buy with Ghanaian cedi and you don't accept Ghanaian cedi, the person can go to the police station and report you, and they will come and arrest you. Because the law says that only the Ghanaian cedi is a legal tender in Ghana, so it is binding on you to accept it. So because of that, when you find yourself in Nigeria, where the laws of Ghana is not applicable, that means that if you are having the Ghanaian cedi with you, it becomes useless. You can't use it to buy anything in Nigeria unless you go and exchange that particular money for another money that is backed by a Nigerian law. So that money is not universal globally, but we normally say that like the features of our money is like universality and stuff, but it's only universal in Ghana. So this all problem made a man called Satoshi Nakamoto to propound an idea of digital currency and a universal money and payment system in 2008. So this money thought that, look, we are one. The whole world is one, and that is why they describe it as a global village. So how can we be in a global village and then we are spending different currency? This poses a lot of problems to our trade. So to buy something somewhere, even in Nigeria, you will struggle a lot. Because number one, to convert that particular currency, you are going to lose a lot of money. You need to convert your Ghana cedis to dollar, which is always changing, fluctuating. So he thought in that, look, for us to be able to be free and transact the way we want it, we need to have money that is out of the control of any central body. So he brought a particular technology called blockchain technology, which is a public ledger that records all transactions. But one wonderful thing about that particular blockchain is that it's not only limited to recording transaction of the money. I always find it like weird when I see Africans and Ghanaians in particular not even passing any comment about this particular new revolution. When elsewhere people are coming out to do wonderful things with it. The blockchain technology is something that you can even use to run election and nobody can hack it. It's transparent, and once you are doing anything on it, anywhere someone is, the person can log in onto the blockchain technology and then view whatever is going on there. So it's an amazing technology, but we are not coming to talk about it here. It may be of no use to us. But I know we have tech people here who can also tap that particular opportunity that the blockchain technology presents. Because we use it to do a lot of things, from registration of land, birth, and stars. So that is aside. So when the man created the blockchain, then he created, he thought it wise that, okay, once the money is going to be universal, there's a need that anybody, anywhere should be able to know whatever is going on at any time the person feels doing that. So the first thing was to create that public ledger where the currencies transactions will be recorded. And these currencies are peer-to-peer, so there is no third-party involvement in it. So when I want to transact with you, I come to you and transact directly. The money is not going to anybody's server and then come to you, or when there is a problem, you need to call somebody. No, it is a trustless system that have neglected the third-party involvement in our daily transaction. So when this man created it, he created something we call Bitcoin. That was in 2008. Then nobody knows how come, and then this man is not known, he disappeared. So nobody, he is like Anas Arabia. Nobody can boast of knowing him. But he created something marvelous, something that the whole world attests that it is something that has come to solve human problem. But sometimes when you are not privy to information, you always lag behind. Those who got to know this back at 2012, today they are making a lot of fortunes from it. But up to date, some have not even heard it before. So when he created it, he capped it at 21 million. And a man, an economist called Keynes, remarked that to have a stable economy, you need to have a fixed supply of money. So when the money supply is fixed, that means that its value is going to be determined by what? Demand. So that is why you see all digital currencies, they have fixed supply. So he created this with a maximum supply of 21 million. And a lot of people didn't believe in that. But when he created it and he launched it, he left a white paper, like in the website. So the white paper gives you the information on what he wants to achieve. So when you pick the white paper, you read it. So he started making research about it. And trust me, the whole globe, if you visit the internet and just type the blockchain technology, about the blockchain technology, you will see you can read a lot of articles about it, a lot of things people are talking about it, and then you realize that it is something that even though the person is not known, but people believe in it. So when he created Bitcoin functions like money. It shares a lot of features with our Ghanaian city, with the exception that it's universal and it's not backed by any law. So we call them decentralized money, where it's out of any central bank control. It's controlled by demand and supply forces. So when he created it, 1 BTC was less than 10 cents. But as we speak today, 1 BTC is trading over $5,000 or $7,500. So that means that if you're able to just deposit some money in your wallet back at 2012, like 10 Ghana cedi, today the weight of that particular money would have been, let's say, over $1 billion. And that is where people like find to be weird. But if you have some basics about economics, you will realize that when the supply of something is fixed and the demand for it is not fixed. So as demand keeps on changing, definitely there will be like changes in the price of that particular commodity. So that is just the basic reason why this particular digital currencies are volatile. So after he created it and then he launched it, there was nobody nobody knows what this man actually has put in place for it. We just know that he created the currency, he has launched it, and that currency is there that you can mine. So the mining is simply using a technology and some special equipment like computers, special design computers and other peripherals to confirm transactions of these currencies and get rewarded. So when he created it, people started setting up this mining pools, and then they mine it. So when you mine, the reward that comes is distributed among everybody. So it's not only one person that can mine it. A lot of people mine it from different parts of the globe. And that is why it is difficult for that particular system to be tampered with. Because it's not stored on like only one server. So if someone is in Ghana here mining, someone is in Dubai, someone is in United Kingdom, it is the same information that is distributed over all their networks. So even when one of them network fail, then it will still be on somebody's network. So they have found that the blockchain technology is something that cannot actually fail. So if I send money to you, you receive it, and then nobody can reverse it again. And he wanted to make this particular money something that we can use to buy goods and services. And one most important thing is, if I want to buy something from you, I need to pay you. You receive the money before you give me the. So that means that the transactions might be very fast or instant. But it came to a time that Bitcoin, when you send money to someone, it can take up to even a week, sometimes even a month, and then the transaction is not confirmed. So there was a lot of problems. Other tools, because nobody can actually alterate that particular currency. That is one thing about it. You can't alterate it. Once you create it and launch it, it's beyond your control. You can't alter it again. Those that can now control it is the demand and supply, and that means that it's those who are buying and those who are selling it. So you send money, it takes 1 week. So if I come to buy something from you, or if I come to tell you that I want to deposit money in my wallet, then you say how much, I tell you, then you initiate the transaction. And I have seen that the transaction has gone through, but I have not received the money in my wallet. Will I give you the cash? I will not give you, because I can give you the cash and then the money can come back to you later. So what we need to do is to all wait until the transaction is confirmed. I receive it and give you your money, or the money come back to you and then you redo the transaction again. And that is a lot of time consuming. And another thing was that the cost of transacting it was very high. So if you want to send $10 to someone, then they charge you about $40. That was crazy. When it started, if you want to send even $1, they charge you something less than 1 peso. But because he didn't put some kind of mechanism in place, the technology was so it was only in the hands of the miners. So if I know that the fee comes to me, definitely I will look for transactions that have higher fees to confirm them. So if you choose a lower fees, that means that your transaction can be there and no miner will confirm it. So it came to a time that just last year, the cost of transacting Bitcoin was very, very expensive. You send $10, they charge you $40. So people started bringing new currencies from Ethereum to Litecoin and stuff. And then another one also came in 2017 called Smart Cash. And it was also as a result of the challenges that Bitcoin was facing. And this coin that came to, when you bring something, someone can look at it and bring a better version of it. So even though those that came have also done well, but the Smart Cash also brought it and have added several features to it, with the ultimate goal of it being an alternative to our normal CDs and being a merchant-oriented digital currency. So Smart Cash is basically a digital currency that is created and then is given power to those who hold it to take decisions for the future of the coin, and then very, very merchant-oriented in the sense that transactions are very fast and then the fees are very cheap. So today we are here to talk about it and then discuss how we can help ourselves to incorporate Smart Cash to our businesses without even investing one peso in it. If you so wish. We have people who are risk averse, and we have others who are risk lovers. If you are someone who love risk, remember, the higher the risk, the higher the return. So if you love risk, you can invest, but trust me, there is no way you can lose your money if you invest in it, even though your money can diminish. So that is Smart Cash, and it was created in 2017 with its own blockchain. Today, as we speak, we have over 1,500 digital currency that exist, and most of them are built on other digital currencies blockchain. Others have their own blockchain. So Smart Cash also have its own blockchain. So digital currencies are just money that you cannot see. Sorry, you can see, but you cannot touch it. But it has what? Value. So mobile money, anything mobile money, Vodafone card or stuff, they are all digital currencies. We call them tokens. The only difference between these digital currencies and our mobile money tokens is that mobile money is built on a chip and it is regulated by a central body. But these digital currencies are over the internet and they are not regulated by our central body. They are decentralized. So nobody is regulating them. The regulation is from the demand and the supply. So basically, digital currencies are monies that are found on the internet or on chips. Like our after that, I'll give you. We have some material that we can provide for you so that you can read more about it. So that is basically what Smart Cash is. So you may ask yourself, then why are we here? Like, are we just here to hear about Smart Cash?
I just want to make an inquiry. But before then, I'll make a comment. I think that you said something that is very true. Actually, the future of the world and technology now is going digital. In Ghana already, we hear them talking about a cashless society. A lot of our transactions now are mobile money, electronic banking, internet banking, and the rest of it. So I think it's just the right time. However, you mentioned that with mobile money, and it's like a lot of their challenges because they are regulated by a third party. When you started introducing us to blockchain, you also mentioned about specialized computers that were used to confirm transactions. So my understanding is that if I'm going to send you money through the blockchain technology, then another party still has to confirm that transaction. Won't that also be a third party? That is what I want.
So what happened is that the third party, the person confirming it, is not actually a third party, or it's not someone that maybe that controls it. What we seek to avoid through the digital currency system is to prevent double spending. So once I send money to you, I shouldn't be able to send that same money to someone again. And that particular transaction, because day in, day out, people are there, like the tech hackers. So what they seek to do is to always pick money from this particular person's account, do all these things. So once they pick money from your account, it will not be confirmed. So the person who is confirming it is just trying to say that, okay, this particular transaction is from Mr. A to Mr. B. Once the person confirms it, there is no way that money can be reversed. Because this particular tech is computed and it is built and launched on the blockchain. But when you want to have the digital currency, then we purchase it. We still have about over half of the currency, like Bitcoin, that was created, not mined. And it was programmed. Sometimes these things goes it goes deep into and sometimes it causes people confused. So sometimes I feel like that particular aspect doesn't actually matter. What we need is what it can do for us. But people actually set up this computer, and that cannot even, the mining pool, the light alone that they use is more than the light that the programmer use. So it's not like some kind of smaller machines, it's supercomputers and other stuff. So when I send you money and it is not locked up, that means that I can still take the money, or someone can cross that money somewhere. I understand there were a lot of when there was delay in Bitcoin transaction confirmation, there was this thing that monies were used twice. Someone have sent money to you and have sent it to another person again, but other people said no, there is no way that could happen. But the person confirming it is not actually a third party. Third parties are those that have all the money in their server, like MTN money. They have all the money in their server. So once MTN system is down, that means that you can't do anything. But with the internet, it is only when your network is not good that you face any challenge on that. Or it is included something on several computers. So even if you yourself, you want to do it and you have the money, you can set up your mining. But it involves a high tech that I myself I don't understand, though I'm not a tech guy. But yeah, the aspect that I understand is where I have been making money from, and where I feel that a lot of people can also make money from. And actually, a lot of people have in Germany here, a lot of places, people call me day in, day out, thanking you for introducing them to search. So I think if we focus on that aspect, that we can benefit from, and then leave the tech aspect for the tech people. But I don't really want to mind. You can go into that and then you can read more about it. Yes. So basically, the third party is those who have control over what we do. But with this, so even if you are there and you feel that you will not do it, but there's another person who will do it. So that means that it's not actually assigned to someone to do it. So that is why it's not like third party. And if someone feels that me, okay, I will not do, it will never affect it. Because someone somewhere is going to do it. So when there is a transaction, then you feel that, oh, yeah, I want to confirm a transaction that is maybe $100. And then the charge is not up to $100. And someone can confirm, let's say, 1 cent transaction, they confirm it and then it's gone. So it's distributed on a lot of computers across the group. So that is why it's not actually a third party. So nobody is regulating it like MTN have their office
Like
where
the central
system.
Okay.
So that is why it's not a third party something. So when Smart Cash came in 2017, it was very cheap and it's still cheap. It came to and the person will not receive the money. No, it's not possible.
If that happens, how do you feel the money?
It can't happen. It
It can't happen.
can't happen. But what happens is that it's like I'm sending money to you. If I send money to you and it doesn't come, that means that definitely that money should come back to you. But even with this particular system, if I send money to you, there's no, unless I have sent it to maybe the wrong address.
So let's say you send it to the wrong address. Wow.
So it's not traceable.
It's not traceable.
Yes. And the possibility of sending to wrong address is rare. Well, it's not something that like number that you are going to write. This is something that you're just going to copy and paste. So that means if you copy and paste and it goes to one person, that means that you know the person that you have copied. That means that the person have sent it to you and you can trace the person. If it was something that you are going to write, then you can make a mistake and write something wrong. But it's not something that you are going to write. So we will come there. So this is
it's like you said, if someone says no, is not consent, someone, I don't know, whether like if you are doing the transaction and someone is doing someone.
yes. What happened is that I said it is something that is decentralized. So there is no central body that performs that particular duty. It is open to everyone. So we have a lot of servers across the globe that does this particular transaction confirmation. So once, and every coin has the number of confirmation that it needs to get before that money can be used. So once someone performs transaction, and then you feel that because in other coins like Bitcoin, the reward, everything goes to the person who is going to confirm the transaction. But if you come to other coins like Smart Card, only 5% of the reward goes to the person who confirmed the transaction. So there's no even like the kind of incentive to even mine. because 5% is coming to you as a minor, and the fees is fixed. But when you come to Bitcoin, you choose the fee that you want to pay. If you want your transaction to be fast, you choose high fees. If you want your transaction to take, let's say, maybe to be slow, you choose lower fees. Or you can choose. It has 3 different types of fees. That is in Bitcoin. And as I said, we have about 1,500. All these 1,500 are using different technologies, like different approach, but similar technology, like the blockchain. But what happens is that the blockchain, it depends on how you customize it. So you can find this particular coin, their technology is solid and people are embracing it. You can find another coin that people are finding some loopholes in it. So it depends on the security features that you are going to put in place, or how you are going to. If you don't know how to manage the blockchain and then you go and do things anyhow, people are going to fish some information. So for instance, you are sending an address, they can like do some malware that can change your address. So the person, like if I'm sending an address, if I'm generating an address from my wallet, there can be like a malware that can change that particular address. So it will, that particular virus will replace the address, and then when you send it, that means that the money is going somewhere. Or if you are someone, if you are using like Google Chrome and you are able to have Chrome system, we have something we call private keys. Once you are entering your private keys, someone somewhere can be looking at it in plain text. So he will be able to, even though when when you are typing password, it's something, the numbers like it's something that just dot dot dot. But someone who have taken control of a particular system that you are using will be able to know that you are typing 0, you are typing 1, you are typing this. Right? So sometimes they advise that maybe you don't enter your email on some site, you don't expose yourself. You don't, like Google Chrome asks you, do you want Chrome to save your password and your username so that when you are visiting it next time, you don't need to enter your username or your password again. It just comes automatically and you say yes. If someone is able to hack their system, that means that the person will have that particular information and the person can harm you with it. Aside that, when you have your money in your wallet, nobody, and trust me, you know that nobody can take your money from your mobile money wallet.
I just wanted to add, what you said, it looks like it's a lot more peculiar to the cryptocurrencies. But that system, the vulnerability is not only with cryptocurrencies. I just want to add what you said. If you are saving your password and you ask Chrome or Firefox or any other browser to save, even when somebody gets access to your system, the person is able to view your passwords. So it's not only as if it's blockchain technology that is at risk. Your Yahoo, your Facebook, they are all suffering the same fate.
Yes. So, but once the money is in your wallet, nobody can have access to it. And I have been hearing people saying, someone has stolen my money from my mobile money wallet. Until you give someone access to your mobile money wallet, there is nobody anywhere. There is nobody anywhere that will be able to pick your money from your mobile money wallet. No. Or like, have that happened before? Can that happen? Like, can that happen, or has it happened before? Like, you have your money, you have not done anything, you just pick it and then your money is not there. That means that you have to trace it to MTN office.
It's not possible.
It's not possible. So that is the same system that it's something that is even more than. But if you give like that, the fraudsters have been trying to, they create sites that when you go, they try to steal money. We have been, those who are familiar with the internet, you go in, like, you see some pop-ups like click here to be able to get how many Bitcoin, click here to be able to get this. You do that, and then if you are someone who like cheap things, like they call you, you have 100 million, so you need to send us 600 Ghana cedis for us to process the payment, and you foolishly do that. Is it someone who have harmed you, or you have harmed yourself? So the system is play it cool, don't expose yourself to anybody, and you are going to be safe. Once you have your password strong. I have lost money in the crypto space before, but it was as a result of my own negligence. So I didn't, like, there was nobody I could contact. Because someone had got my password and my username and have logged in to my account and picked everything that was there. So after that, I didn't want to lose that same account. So what I did was, I went and enabled 2FA. So now if I'm going to do anything, they send me a text on my my phone. Then I'll enter that particular code before my system can open. So when I did that, I have plenty money in it. I know the person will be trying every day. But once you know my username, I didn't change the password. It's the same password. But I have not seen anything going out. But once he enters username and password, they will ask him for to enter the PIN. Unless he's able to cut my chip, then he can start to steal my funds again. So there are a lot of security measures in place that is protecting you. But if you negligently give yourself out, then they are going to use you. So this was the first coin created, that is Bitcoin. And this is a coin market cap. If you want to know the authenticity of any coin, then you have to come and check here whether that particular coin is there or it's not there. So if you check and any coin is not there, that means that you have to doubt it. Because once you launch a coin on the blockchain, it's supposed to be here. So in this particular site, they rank the digital currencies according to their market capitalization, the total amount of money that have been invested in it. So Bitcoin is first with the highest market capitalization. So it's traded to be at 7,556 US dollars. And for the past 24 hours, it has increased by 0.51. So if you look at it, why it's to serve as an investment? This was May 1st, 2013. Bitcoin was trading at just $141. That was in 2013. So if you are tracing it, you see the price. Can we see the price? There is a price in US dollars. So you see it fluctuating. It's not someone who is like setting the price or doing that. It is the market, the demand and supply forces. So once everybody here decides to put, let's say, $1 million US, like Bitcoin or smart cash, and we are, let's say, 100, that means that it will be 100 million US dollars. So when it comes and increase the market capitalization here, definitely the price is going to go up. And once you decide that you are selling it and then you dump it, that means that it's going to reduce the market capitalization, and then definitely the price is going to come down. So that's why you see the price going up and then coming down. So it came to the height of 19,000 in December. In December, just last year in December, it went to over 19,000. And then from there, they started falling again. Because people use it for speculative motive, once they realize that the price is going up, once you have it and then you have made, let's say, 100% profit, you decide to dump the coin. So when it went as high as 19,000, people started dumping, and then the price fell from there again. And today it's at 7,553. But if you still look at it, it's still way high. Something that started like 10 cents, 0.1. Today trading at 7,000 plus. So if you look at the difference, you see that so we are going to see whether smart cash is here. Okay, so this is smart cash. And you will laugh. So smart cash is trading at 8 cents, 0.08. So it was, this was where Bitcoin started, 0.08, back at 2008, and it's today trading at 7,000, over 7,000 US dollars. So that means that if you had bought like 1,000 Bitcoin, then you can buy like smart cash today with less than 500 cedis. And in like 10 years to come, maybe smart cash will get to this period. Then we are going to be a billionaire. So someone bought a pizza for 10,000 Bitcoin, just one pizza for 10,000 Bitcoin. I think that was back at 2011. So we look at today. We look at today. If you have even one Bitcoin, how many pizza factories that you can establish? So it's not something that maybe you find difficult to exchange anytime that. And I think that is the main reason why we are here today. We want to get people among us who are going to be there as agents for smart cash, that when people come, they want to buy, they want to deposit money in their wallet, then you can deposit for them. If they want to withdraw money from their wallet, you can withdraw for them. That is the main reason why we are here today. But we are just trying to get an overview of the entire digital currency, so that when we do, we can also learn more about it, and then we can start investing, even when I'm not there. Because it is the power of the internet. So that is smart cash today. Smart cash is 0.08. So let's look at smart cash also, the graph. So this was July 2017. That was when smart cash was done. So the price was 0.01, 0.016. So from there, it really started fluctuating. So you see it increasing and then going down. So you see the trend. Just going up, coming down, going up, coming down, and so you see in January it went to 2 point something dollars in January, and then from there, when people also started dumping because the price had gone up, because you could use like maybe 5,000 Ghanaian cedis to buy like 1 million smart, and the price had gone to $2. So that means you'll be having over 1 million US dollars, like 2 million US dollars, something that you have bought with, let's say, 1,000 US dollars. Definitely you will want to sell. So once they were selling, the price also started falling. And today it's trading at 0.086. So that is basically the trend, like how the price is moving, and it's demand and supply. So smart cash I have viewed as something good for us for several reasons. Because of the features that it possesses. So one is the nature of the transaction, the speed, which is fast. You look at the cost, which is cheap. Then you look at like investment wise. Today, smart cash has something we call smart rewards. That gives you an additional smart for just holding what you have purchased. So if you have 1,000 smart today and you hold it from 25th of one month to 25th of another month, they add you more smart to it. So that means that you are gaining. They have something we call smart mode. If you are a big man and then you are well to do, you can buy like 10,000 smart. That will cost you currently like less than $1,000. And then you set up something we call a smart mode. There are simply some servers that lock up transactions to enable what instant pay feature. So smart card is going to bring something we call instant pay. And when you say something is instant, it means instant. Once we click on send, the first 1 second, the transaction is completed. So if you have the smart mode, like it's going to pick randomly, like about 10 of them, just confirm the transaction and then it is gone. So if you have this particular 10,000 smart, and then you set up this smart mode, they pay you every week. So if you buy this $8,000, it's possible maybe by maybe 1 year you get more than even your money. But now that the thing is 8,000, that means if you had bought 10,000 as at January this year, that was going to be like $2.5 times 10,000. That was going to be about $25,000, and today it's 8,000. So if you have it, that means if the price, even if you are getting 1,000 like 500 smart every month, and then the price goes to like $1, 500 multiplied by 1 is $500. And trust me, in 2 months, that means that you are paying everything you have invested in it.
Please, why do all of them seem to be in dollars?
You know, what happened is that because it is about trading, if you want to buy dollar, the bank have the rate at which they sell it, and they have the rate at which they buy it from you. So you can set it up in your local currency. You can set it up in Ghana cedi. But if you are going to sell it to someone, the person is a merchant, just like we want you to be merchants. So when I come to sell to you, you won't buy it the same price like if you are going to buy from me. Or you are doing buying and selling, just like the forex market. So when I come, you will tell me that I'm selling at 4.5, I'm buying at 4.2. But if the thing is already in Ghana cedis, when I come and I'm selling, let's say 1,000 cedis to you, how much am I paying you? So that is the reason why like it is converted into dollars, so that you can easily do the exchange with your Ghana cedi. But elsewhere, if it is, let's say, smart cash, let's say $1, someone who has his exchange and is selling smart cash can buy it from you at 90 pesos for 1 smart and sell to you at 1 cedis 20 pesos. You see, but in this Ghana, if someone come, I have 1,000 cedis, you tell the person, okay, I'm going to give you 950 Ghana cedis and collect it. The person will say, wow, you want to cheat me? So it's preferable you set it in dollars, so that, or in euro or any currency, so that when you come, I can tell you that this is the amount that I buy €1 or $1 or 1 this. So you can equally set it up in dollars, in Ghana cedi. When I come, you tell me that okay, I buy 1 Ghana cedi at 90 pesos, and I sell 1 Ghana cedi at 1 cedi 10 pesos. So it depends on you. It is not as if it's in dollars. It's denominated in the whole group currency. So you can change it to your local currency if you want.
That the value varies based on the currency.
Yes. The value is, for instance, if let's say one smart is $1, and you change it to Ghana cedi, it's going to be like the rate. Let's see if I have. What is it? If you have, the time is fast. So this is how it looks like. So I have set it in dollars, but I can come here and change it. So I can set for Ghana cedis. This is Ghana cedi. So I've changed it to Ghana cedi. So this is 6,098 Ghana cedi. That was about $1,200. So if I come to check, so one smart is 0.37 Ghana cedis. That's pesos. 0.37 pesos, which is here 0.08. So that means the equivalent of $0.08 in Ghana cedi is 0.37. But this one is not showing the banks, the rate that the banks are trading. So the rate of digital currency is different from the rate of the bank currency. Why is it? Because it's the demand and the supply. So when the demand is going up, even the bank currency too is demand and supply. But this one, the demand destiny is in digital currency is different, far different. Because with the bank, it's only those who are like doing importing and exporting. They demand for this. But with this one, everybody, because you can use it as investment, you can also buy it and then buy something maybe online. So because of that, the demand is high. Sometimes when the price to go up, then the supply tends to go high because people go down. So that is why it is. Other than that, both the normal dollar and the digital currency dollar is all driven by demand forces. But one have higher demand than the other. So that's with smart node. So if you have smart node, you receive a payment. And I talk about mining. People mine this coin like confirming transactions. So in smart cash, they don't give everything to the miner. They divide that particular block rewards into two parts, 70% and then 30%. This 70% goes to the community hive and the community projects, while this 30%, 5% goes to the miner, 10% is paid to the smart node holders, and then 15% is paid to those who are eligible for smart reward. So if you have 1,000 smart and then you hold it for 1 month, this 15%, you also get your fair share out of it. If you are holding smart node, you will get your share out of this 10%. If you are having smart node, you are going to get this 10% and then you get the 15% also in addition. So if you are having smart node, you enjoy your smart node salary and then you enjoy the smart rewards also. Another feature of smart cash that makes it different is its governance system. It has something we call a decentralized autonomous organization. It's a decentralized governance body that gives every holder of a smart the opportunity to vote on projects. So they have a community budget system where if you have an idea, you want to do this, and then you have a track record. You have like you are people know you, and then they trust you. You write a project, a proposal, and send it to them. You want to do this, then they vote on it. So anybody who having one smart, irrespective of where you find yourself, you will be able to vote. and then at the end, the majority votes determine the fate. So if more than, like the yes votes are more than no votes, that means that your project will be funded and they will give you the money. But they don't give you the money, you have to do the work first. Then submit your reports and your receipts and your everything, then they pay you the money. That is another feature of smart cash that makes it different from other digital currency. So now let's look at, now if you want to have, just like I said, it's like mobile money. And if you want to use mobile money, even though it is built on the chip, but you have to go to either a merchant or MTN office to create the mobile money wallet. So with smart cash too, if you want to be able to go along with smart cash, you need to have a wallet. But with that one, you don't go to anybody to create it for you. You use your internet to create it. So let's see how we create the wallet. So if you are using a smartphone, that if you are using an Android phone, you go to Google Play Store and then you search for Smart Cash Wallet. Smart Cash Wallet, you will get it and then download from there. If you are using an iPhone, or maybe
the coin.ph wallet that we are installing.
Sorry?
Is it the coin.ph wallet that we are installing?
No, it's just a smart cash wallet. This is how it is. When you go to Play Store and search smart cash, so you see smart cash wallet. Smart cash is one way, so this is how it looks. So you can download it. But if maybe you don't have a storage that can download it, you can go to your browser and type wallet.smartcash.cc. Wallet.smartcash.cc. And then you search. So it will open something like this for you. Yeah, so this is where you are going to create your
Smart cash wallet and smart cash mobile wallet.
Smart cash wallet.
Smart, this one smart.
So this is what it is. So what happened is that, remember, we said in this system there is no central body that you report to. Even though you can get assistance when you have a problem. Maybe your wallet is not opening, you can get assistance too. Because day in, day out, they are like upgrading the system. So because there's no central body that can get through your password, it's not stored on somebody's database. You need to keep your password very well. And you need to keep other things that can help you to generate your password anytime that maybe you forget it. So you go to sign up. If you are a first time user, you go to sign up. Then you come to, you see first name optional, last name optional, email address is optional. So you need to choose a username. This one is, the room is open. Sorry. So you choose a username, you choose a password, then you confirm the password. So the same password that you enter is the same thing that you have to repeat to confirm it. Then there is this thing called
master password should be how many?
The password, yes, it should be strong.
What does the username?
The username you can use any name. So maybe if your name is Abubakar Sadiq, you can use Abubakar Sadiq, but you don't bring any space. You just bring it as one word, or you can use Abubakar or Once it is not taken, you can use it. So there is this thing called master security code. This master security code you see there, that is why we're saying like these things you don't write. Look at these plenty things. If you want to write, you may end up making what? A mistake. And then you lose your money. So it is built on copy and paste system. So you see a button there. This means copy. This means copy. So once you click on it, it will copy it for you. Then you come, you see, confirm master security code. So once you come here, you paste it. You paste it there. But this master security key, if you forget your password, you need this to be able to recover your password. So because of that, when you do it, you don't just throw it away. You save it somewhere. I have printed it. I have printed this particular master security code, and then I've added it to my valuable documents, my certificates. So at any time when I need it, I can look it, unless there is a fire or some flood that come and take it away from my home. So that one too, we don't pray for that. So, and it is exposed to someone, I can pick this master security code. Once I know your username, I can go and enter your username and go to forget password. So if I tell them I forgot my password, then I have to enter this master security code. Then it will generate, it will enable me to change my password. So that is why it is something private. You don't also need to store it only on your maybe your phone or your storage. Because sometimes your storage can crash. So it is good if you print it or you take your time, look at it one by one and write it and put it down somewhere. So once you secure your master security code, once you secure your master security code, you come here and agree to the terms. So I come to sign up. Then they ask me, wallet or smart card or CC, did you save your master security code and your private key? Can we redirect you? So I said okay. And you see my wallet is ready. Then you come down here, you see that your private keys have been downloaded. So when you go to your downloads, you see your private keys. The private keys is private. When you lose your wallet, you can download a new wallet and then you use your private keys to restore your funds. So that one too is something private. Or you can download a desktop wallet, then you export your funds here to the desktop wallet. So you can use the desktop wallet at the same time your mobile wallet. So you get your private keys to offline, and then you get it also secure. Now you see spending, you see smart reward, you see smart rewards too. Just like I was telling you about the smart reward, the reward that you get if you are holding the coin. Now they have designed this because one condition is that you must not send money out of your wallet within that 30 days. If you send any money out, any outbound transaction will make you lose the rewards. So you need to have it. But now if there are businesses that accept smart card as payment and you want to buy goods and pay with smart card, that means that if you have smart cash and you need something, that means that you definitely have to purchase and pay. So because of that, they have divided this wallet into three parts. So they have given you spending account, smart rewards account, and smart rewards 2 account. So you can put your investment in smart rewards. Then you still have some money in spending. So anytime you want to buy, you can use the spending for your daily transaction. And then you lock up the smart rewards to be generating something for you every month. That is basically the reason why. But if you copy any of these addresses and send it to someone, the person will be able to send you money and then you receive it in here. So now if you come here, you will see, this is not correct, but you see send overview. So we are already on the overview this thing. Then you see send here, you see receive here, you see transactions here, you see contacts here. So if you want to receive money, you come and click on receive. Then they ask you which one you want to receive the money in. Is it spending, rewards, or rewards 2? So automatically it's on spending. You come and say, I want to receive it in what? Smart rewards. So this address that you see here is smart rewards address. And it's the same address that is found here. So when you scan this one, you will get the same address. And then you can send the money. So this one is not account number and passport issues. Once you have this, your account is ready. And if you want to receive money, you just come here, copy this. Then I come to my WhatsApp. So who is sending me the money? Let me say this person is sending me the money. So I open his WhatsApp. Then I paste it there. Then I send to him. So the person also wants to send me the money. Then he will also come to his wallet. He will also come to his wallet. And then he will So he will come to his wallet and come to send. So you want to send me the money. They ask him, we have spending, rewards 2. Which one do you want to send the money from? Then you choose. The one that you are having the funds in. So you choose it. I want to send it to rewards. Then they ask you to enter the person address or username. Then you come and copy the address in. So you also copy it. Then come out to the wallet, paste the address there. Then you enter the amount that you want to send me. So let's say you want to send me 1,000 smart, you enter it. So automatically it calculates with the fee. So the fee is 0.002 smart. This is less than 1 peso. So it's something that when you even come, like you can't even come across it on the floor, or it's not something that exists. I don't think we have any money less than 1 peso. So it's less than 1 peso. Then you enter your password. So even if someone you have not even logged out from your account, because nobody can send funds out of it. Because before you send money, you need to enter the password. And once the person doesn't know the password, the person cannot send funds out of it. So it's enter your password and then you go to send. So now they are telling me that I have selected my rewards wallet. So do I want to proceed? If I say yes and send the money out of my rewards wallet, that means that I'm not going to get rewards for that month. So that is basically how you use the wallet. So you use sending and then receiving. This is transaction. So if you want to know all the transactions that you have performed, you come here. So this one will show you your spending transactions. This one will show you your rewards transactions, and this one your rewards 2 transactions. But because I have not done any transaction there, so it's blank. So but if you come to this my real wallet, So these are the transactions that I have performed. So this is the overview of my wallet. This is the overview. So I have 6 addresses. Whilst you are having 3. The reason is that I imported my my desktop wallet. I have the wallet on this PC, so I have imported it to my web wallet. So that's why I have the same address that I have here in my. So if this PC is off, I can still use my phone to transact on the wallet here. If my phone is off, I can access the mobile wallet on my PC. So that's the reason why I am having 6 addresses. So you can also save contact. So if I send you my address to send me money, you can save it in your wallet with my name. So at any time that you want to send me money, you don't need to call me again for address. You just go to your contacts and then you choose my name and then my address will automatically come and you send it. So this is settings. So if you want to import your private keys to the desktop, so if you want to export your private keys to the desktop, or you want to import the desktop private keys to the mobile wallet, that's where you go. You can also enable 2FA. So with this one, it is a Google Authenticator. You download it and then you scan and pay the code, so that anytime that you want to log in, you have to confirm it on your Google Authenticator before it moves to. So that is just basically the wallet, how you do the wallet. So this is projects that are there for voting. So you come and vote with your smart. Anybody. So once you have the wallet and you have one smart, you can vote. So this is the policies of it. So this is like basically what you need to know so far as the wallet is concerned. So at this point, let's see if we have questions concerning that, then we can now discuss the way forward. So if you have any question concerning this, we address it on the.
Okay. I wanted to say that let's give ourselves some 5 minutes stretch time. Okay. And come back and continue. Okay. Sitting for 2 hours is not here.
So that is fine. And it's also Ramadan. So
from MTN mobile to Tigo.
Okay. What happens is that we have exchanges that allows you to convert your money from one coin to the other. So for instance, we have something called ShapeShift. ShapeShift allows you to convert one coin to the other, but it's not all coins that are listed. We have another one called Changely. Changely allows you to convert one coin to the other. So if you have smart cash and probably you want Bitcoin, you can convert it. But it's not all the coins that are listed on Changely. But we have other exchanges online that you can log on at any time, have a wallet, an account with them, and then if you have smart cash, you can exchange it for Bitcoin. Or if you have Bitcoin, you can exchange it for smart cash. So we have coinexchange.io, we have cryptobridge.org, we have Trade Satoshi, we have stock.exchange, we have BTC. All these exchanges have smart cash listed on them, and you can trade them at any time that you want. We have an exchange in Ghana called ebitcoinix.com. ebitcoinix.com. You can create an account with them, and you can buy and pay them with mobile money, or you can sell to them and receive mobile money at any time. So that is the only way that you can convert it.
Yeah, I don't know whether you throw more light on the wallet, whether the minimum amount one should be able to put in his own wallet before the transaction. Then also how to withdraw, the benefits attached to the withdrawal alongside the charges, so that I can now have another question. I want to hear more on that.
Okay. So what happened is that there is no minimum amount that you can deposit. But what happened is we have the exchange. The exchange have its policy. I cannot sell below 50 Ghana cedis. So when you are coming to buy, that means that you should be buying 50 Ghana cedis or above. But with the, even if I sell you one smart, which is 32 pesos, it will count. So there is no any fixed or minimum amount that you can deposit in your account. And with the benefits, remember I said, and we are going to discuss it here. When you are exchanging, if you are a merchant, the amount that you buy it is different from if you are a user. So you are a merchant, that is your business. Someone comes to buy, you sell to him your rate. Someone comes to sell, you buy at your rate. So no, at your rate. Even though it's negotiable. So when you are there as a merchant, you have your dollar price. You sell at 5.0. You buy at 4.2. So if someone comes, I want to sell my smart cash, you sell to them, you buy from a person at 4.2. If someone comes, I want to buy smart cash, I buy from you at 5.0. The reason is that I buy it to use or to invest. And once I buy it as an investment, it has to definitely increase before I sell. So you realize that people will be selling to you when the price is going up. Then they will buy from you when the price is going down. So that is why you also need to have the difference. So if someone buys from you when the price is down and the price is up and is going to sell to you, but the difference that you also have is your profit. So that is the reward in. Aside that, for the fees, is close to zero, because it's something that even if you multiply it by 100, you will still find something meaningless.
So it means that we can only have the money through the buying and selling.
Yes.
There's not a way that it's your wallet. You don't want to sell. Maybe you want to convert it into e-cash, and then you have it by way of what? Direct money.
Yeah.
Instead of having somebody to buy or to buy from the person to sell.
What happened is that it's not something that is integrated now. Yes, so the only way you can have it is sell your coin, that is withdrawal, or buy, that is deposit.
It's like mobile money.
Yeah, that is
it works like mobile
that
money.
If you want to, so it works like mobile money. There is no way I can put my money on my MTN SIM without going to a merchant. Or there is a way. Unless, of course, you have a bank account, you have deposited the money in the bank, and then you have pulled the money into your. But it's still the same. In this instance, you are putting the money in your wallet. So there is no way like you can convert mobile money to smart cash, but you can exchange it. You can exchange your mobile money for smart cash.
I think the point he's trying to make is that if you deposit money in your wallet with mobile money, every quarter you are given some interest. I get it.
Yeah.
So if you put money in your smart card, is it that the money is going to be sitting as it is, or it is going to appreciate? That's the point that we are doing.
Okay. So what happened is that's why I said I have not seen any investment that I can compare to this. The risk factor too is there.
So
But I have not seen any investment. I remember I talked about smart rewards.
Yeah.
But that is if you have 1,000 smart or more. I talked about smart node. That if you have 10,000 and you set up a node, what you get. Now, if you put your money in the wallet, nobody pays you any interest. But remember I showed you the chart where Bitcoin started at 0.08 and today is 7,500. So because of demand, price have moved from 0.08 to 7,500, and you saw that in December it was 19,000 US dollars. So if you had put your money, even though you have not negotiated with anybody to give you any interest like treasury bills and other and interest on mobile money, but just from price volatility, your money have been able to increase from 0.08 to 7,500 within, like, let's say 10 years period. So that is crazy.
So it means that how do you call it? It's more like we are buying shares if we are going to the smart card. But it's more, it's just like something that the MTN people have just created 2 days ago or something like that. Shares. So you buy it at a particular rate. You'll be waiting for the shares to appreciate before you can start benefiting.
Yes.
It's something like that. I don't know if I'm...
Yeah, if you look at investment wise, but these currencies are created to serve as money, just like we have the Ghana cedi. And it is accepted elsewhere. Even in Ghana, some people accept it. If you come to Northwind Technologies to do something and you want to pay them with smart cash, they will accept it. But you know, the speculative aspect is not the goal of the coin. The goal is to serve as money for the exchange of goods and services. Remember I said Ghana cedi is money in Ghana. So if you go to Nigeria, you can't use it. But smart cash is smart cash everywhere. When you find yourself in Nigeria, someone is there accepting smart cash, you pay him with smart cash. You don't need to look for someone to exchange it. So this one is money, but shares is shares. You can't use shares to buy anything. But if you look at the speculative aspect of it, when you buy smart cash as an investment, you have to wait till the price appreciates, then you sell. It's the same applies to what? Shares. Shares too, you wait for the price to appreciate. But what I want to say is that even smart cash that is trading at 0.08 now, even just about 3 months ago, if you had bought it with, let's say, 1,000 Ghana cedis, the money would have been more than 5,000 today.
One I raised the question, and my senior brother was put out. Is it you said something about, even though there's risk in this one, I don't know whether
there is, yes, there is factor, yes. Yeah. So when they say something is volatile, that means that it can go up, it can go down. That is the risk factor. But losing your money completely is something next to impossible, unless you expose yourself like I did the other time.
So does it have a maturity period? Once you start?
No, there is no maturity period. Maturity period is when your money increase and you feel that I should sell.
You sell.
Yes.
Can you quit too? As and when you just want to.
You quit. Once I don't want to involve myself in smart cash again. I offload my wallet. I just exchange it for Ghana cedi and then I'm gone.
Okay. Last question. Don't just leave this there. Last question.
Those who need it, those who need it.
Who need it?
Yeah, because you said you just exchange your smart card for Ghana cedi.
Yes, for those who need it, they are there. I said ebitconnect.com. ebitconnect is where you can sell smart cash directly. Other than that, you can trade it. Like me, if you have smart cash for sale, I'll buy it. We have people who buy Bitcoin because Bitcoin was the first and it accepted more than any other digital currency. So the demand for it is high. That's why you see the price top like that. We have a lot of businesses and they use it. They use it for shopping and stuff. You can use it to buy goods and services and others online. So the demand is high, but eBitcoin is currently the only exchange in Ghana where you can directly exchange your smart cash for fiscal cash. Okay.
Are you ready for my last question? Let me just ask this last question. The last one is about a nutshell on the wallet. I've also been in one company related to this one for the benefit of what all of us are here to get. Within the time that you do the transaction, you even said at a point in time, it rises up. At a point in time, it goes down. Now, when they realize that at this particular time, it is down, all the shareholders within will be asked to add more, pump more money into it, so that they can raise more revenue to pay you back what you've been getting. So I don't know whether with this one they do something like that kind of reset, or it's a system.
Yes.
And that system, even though you said there's no third party, but there are people that regulate or control the system, whether they can have that power to do that, but to deny us some kind of access.
Yes, with this one, it's not an investment, like I said. The only way you benefit is the smart rewards and then the price volatility. But someone, maybe you investing your money and then Mr. A is having your money and then you add this thing. We have a lot of investment, we have Bit Plus, a lot of them that when you put your money in, yeah, this network marketing.
Yes.
So this one is not network marketing. We have pump organizations where you can subscribe to, and they will tell you at this point we are going to pump it. The pump is they will be pushing more money inside, so the price will be going up. Once the price go up, also they will alert you that everybody should dump. Then you all dump. At the time that you are dumping, the price is going down. Some people too will say, oh, the price is going down, so let's buy. Then they also will buy it. So you people who pump it, you will dump your coins and then you get your money. But there is nothing like that in smart. Smart card is just a digital currency that have a decentralized governance system and functions like our normal money.
I want to find out if there is transferable. Let's say you have money in your smart cash, can it be transferred to, let's say, your mobile money or any other?
No, you can't transfer from smart cash to one money. But you can transfer smart cash to my smart cash and I'll send you mobile money.
Why is this? I can transfer it to you.
You know, mobile money is a centralized system. Smart cash is a decentralized system, so they can't match. You know, smart cash or digital currency, it is your choice to use it. So like today, maybe no friend can say that, oh, from today we can't accept smart cash again because the price is too volatile. But they can't say that I can't accept Ghana cedi. They will lock him. So it is regulated by Central Bank of Ghana. Smart card is not regulated by anybody. It's regulated by demand and supply. So the aim is that these currencies should replace our normal money. That was the vision of Fukushi. He wants us to have a universal payment system where whether you are in Ghana or you are in America, but you are using the same money. So it's not interpol. Okay.
I want to clear this in my mind so that if I'm the only one thinking that way. I think the question he asked, he said he can send to you.
So you send him one.
But I just want us to get the clarity, not you as in you exactly.
Yeah, I understand.
Another person.
I understand.
Okay. That is it. Thank you. So now, I think if there is other questions, let's look at everybody here is not an ordinary human being. We are all big. You are all big men. You are all businessmen. I mean. So today we are here to discuss how do we get our businesses like go global with smart cash. What happens is that today a lot of people receive remittances through smart cash and other digital currencies. Someone is sending you money from abroad, the person pay you that, but not Western Union, where you need ID card, go and go through some verification before you get it. So this thing have come to make life easier for us. But even with smart cash, even if you don't want to have a wallet, you can still receive smart cash with your email. Once you have an email, you can send me, someone in the United States, you can send the person your email. The person can send you smart cash through your email. Then you open your email, you see you have received this amount of smart, do this and that to withdraw. So in that case, you have to get someone who wants the smart. Then he will give you the address. Then you withdraw that smart cash into the person's address. So the exchange. And 1 week, if you don't withdraw it within 1 week, the money will go back to the person who have sent it to you.
That is if you don't have an account.
That if you don't have account, you can use your email to receive. Yes. Within 1 week, you should withdraw the money.
But if you have an account, it's still within 1 week.
No. If you have an account, the money lands in your account, that's all. It's not going anywhere. It's like they have done bank transfer, direct wiring to you. It has a period, like token. It has a period. If the period elapses and you have not withdrawn it, it will expire and it will reverse to the person. So that is the same system. And it's only smart cash that is having it currently. So now, how do we, why we have called you here is to inform you about smart cash. So that, and you know, we have gone through a lot of long talks. These are all to give you some information about smart cash and the benefits. So we want you to incorporate it into your businesses, but you will determine the form that you want it to take. Whether you want direct investment by putting your own money in and then doing business with it, or you want to be an agent where you will only be there as a medium between the seller and the buyer, then you get your commission when there is any purchase. So as mobile money vendor, we have done that to several people in other parts, Akwa, Kumasi, Accra, or you give them direct access to the exchange in Bitcoinex. When they buy for someone, they get a commission. Some people have also agreed that I want to invest in it, so I want to buy it with my money. Then if someone comes to buy, I sell. So you give the person at a different rate, then the person also sells it at his own rate. So now today we want to discuss how do you think is something that can help you like globalize your business? Because even if you are not a mobile money vendor, but you sell goods and services, you can accept smart cash, and then it will be easy for people in other parts of the world to buy it and pay you with smart cash. Because with that, you don't need to go to the bank and like long queue, your ID, a lot of requirements. So that is the reason why we have gathered here today. So if you have the interest, that is why we have your information, the business name and stuff. What we do is that we come to your shop and brand your shop with the smart cash sticker. Now you are an agent. If someone comes, if you have it on your phone, then you can sell to the person. If you don't have it and you want to like get your commission, you call us. The person wants to buy, let's say 100 cedis. Then we tell you that if you sell maybe each dollar that you have, like call us to sell, you get let's say 10 pesos from it. So if you sell $100, that means you multiply 10 pesos by $100, and that is the commission that you are getting. So if you are also a business, then you just tell people that, and we are going to help you to advertise. But getting more people depend on you also. So we are going to give you some tokens. Those who have created the account, we will drop something, some small into your, even if it's $1, into your wallet. We intend giving each person 10 smart. So if we give you that 10 smart, you will see, like, you will be the case study yourself. You use yourself as a case study, monitor it, see the trends, and then you take a decision as to whether it is something that is worth investing in. But we have already spread the word to a lot of people, and the headache is now, where do we buy it? You give them the online e-Bitcoin, but people prefer to have direct contact with the buyer, with the seller. So you want to come, like mobile money, you come and then you transact. They don't want online because they have associated some kind of fraud and other stuff to online. So that is basically why we are here today. So if you have the interest and you think that you can do it, then you alert us. We will come to your shop, brand it, and then we take your business name, your business location. Then we go, and then when we have a program somewhere, we tell them at this point, you can buy smart cash. When we have a television discussion, we will tell people that you can buy smart cash here and here. This business, that business, they accept smart cash and start. So we will help you with publicity. But if you also want to get like more commission, that means that you have to also perform extra, because it's something that when you explain it to someone and show the person like the graphs like I did, the person will become interested in it. Or if you can put 100 Ghana and in 1 year you get like maybe 300 Ghana, I think it's something worth putting your money in. And if you explain to anybody, the person will be interested. And when you sell to the person, you get your commission.
I have an issue with regards to the receiving or accepting smart card at your shop. I remember I'm selling plastic chairs like this, and I say I accept smart card. Someone comes to buy plastic chair worth of 1,000 or 2,000, and now it's finished. I want to buy. The person I'm buying this the plastic chair from doesn't accept smart card. So what do I do?
So that is why we have the exchange. You exchange that smart card to balance. We have some people.
Where?
On you can call. You can.
No, not you. I want you to be out of the picture.
Okay, so you can visit ebitcoins.com and then you trade with them.
Because if you are always going to be there, listen, the pressure on you will be
the pressure on me. That is the reason why we are actually doing this, because the pressure on me is too much.
Yes, so that's
I can't handle it. So we need agents to do this work.
Yes.
But you know, when something is new, people are afraid. So at first, our focus was getting the people to know about it and understand it. So when you go anywhere, the reference point is you yourself. They call you. But now, the thing has gone like viral. And people are on my phone. The calls is not easy. I want to buy smart. So you even sell everything you don't have. People are still calling you. So we got that exchange, ebitcoins.com, that are always having supply at any time. So if you as a business, some businesses, at the end of the day, whatever they have sold in smart card, they exchange it for Ghana cedi. Because you are a business and the price can fall at any time. When it falls, that means that you are losing and you are doing business. So they have the agents. So by the close of the day, you are sending everything to the agent, then he pays you in Ghana cedi.
Yeah. Another issue, the branding that you talk about. Do you have an example to show what you have done so far? Have you branded any shop before, pictures or what? You should have displayed so that we'll know whether it will contradict with our agents, Vodafone and MCN and all those things.
Okay.
How is your branding done? So if you can show it to us.
My listing, my phone. Am I confused? Okay, our destiny is yellow.
You need to get a good price for your, like the exchange. So if, for instance, the plastic chairs he was talking about was like 1,000 Ghana cedis, and then I'm going to be buying, I'm going to be receiving payment with smart cash. Am I at liberty, or should it, is this something I should bargain to get a value that is probably a little bit more than the physical cash, 1,000 Ghana cedis?
It's not a bargain. For example, if you are a business and you access smart cash, your rate will be there, different. So if the normal rate is, let's say, 4.2, you can set your rate at 4.0. So if someone is coming to buy, you are using the rate 4.0 to accept it from the person. So at the end of the day, you two are also gaining something.
Smart.
Yes.
So
Because
like the forex trading.
Yes.
Because it's possible you will take 4.0 and you want to offload it and get it to 3.9.
Exactly.
So that will be
If you look at us,
Already you have my attention. Your attention is here to the asset. When the agents you want to bring on board.
okay.
Let's say I'm an agent and someone has come to do business with me with smart cash. We are putting the transaction. Later on, the person has problems with the transaction. The person has come to me and we have problems reaching agreement. And the person intends to forward the matter to the law enforcement agency. They have gone to police. Police forwarded the matter to us. They ask whether the smart cash, they have the blessings of Bank of Ghana to do the right thing, or how do I get to know about it and do it? Is Bank of Ghana aware this such thing is going on with them?
There was a controversy that Bank of Ghana said digital currency was illegal in Ghana. But I got the statement, even though it's not here. And I read it like on Joy News. I asked them, does anything in this Bank of Ghana statement actually tell someone that digital currencies are illegal? What they said is that digital currencies are not licensed and they are not controlled by any central body. So the Bank of Ghana are investing monies researching about that particular technology, and they are going to keep Ghanaians informed when they get their findings. So Ghanaians should be careful when they are trading in digital currencies. That was like the statement that Bank of Ghana made. They didn't say it's illegal. It's not controlled by central body. So when you have problem with someone, before the person even leave, I don't like the kind of problem that I don't like see the kind of problem. But before someone leave your shop as an agent, you have to make sure that everything is set before the person goes. No, even before the person pay you, that means that he has received the money in his wallet. And once the person receive it and go out and delete the application and does not have his private keys to restore his application, it's not your business, it's his own. So when he can, where is the application? You say the money is not in, okay, open the application for me. Where is the address? He show you the address because you also have the address. You will confirm that it's this address that I have sent the money to. If the person has sent it, because it's not something like mobile money when you do perform transactions, you can delete the history. With this one, when you perform transactions, 100 years is there. You can't delete anything. You can't change anything in your wallet. You can't refresh it. So even if your wallet is lost and you download a new one and restore the wallet, all the transaction histories, it will come. So the problem like that you can get with, I don't see that kind of problem. And nobody can also reverse the money to you once you send it.
It's a sticker. It's not, when you say brand, I thought you are trying to, the whole shop design. But these are stickers that you place on shops.
Yes. Yeah, it's a sticker. But I believe very soon we will have containers that will be like straight in smart cash. That's what I was saying. Okay.
Okay, so for us in the tech industry, I think that the whole business of cryptocurrency, smart cash, is picking up because you realize that most international and of course national businesses are beginning to accept crypto payments. You find certain websites accepting some of these payments for the purchases of goods and services. And I was just imagining the other day, I was supposed to do some transactions, and it was like on a Sunday. You see, you have to go to the bank, load money in your wallet before you're able to use your Visa or credit card. So for me, I was beginning to ask the question whether this was a smart way to go, because then it makes it very easier. No weekends, no closing time, transactions can go on at any point in time. And then again, with the merchant thing you're talking about, even at 1 a.m., if I need to pay for something online and I don't have cash, I'm sure if I can call somebody who can wake up and send some cash to me. I believe that is possible. So with my mobile money, I can send to the person and probably take electronic cash, smart cash to pay for whatever it is I need to pay online. And also, some of us, in fact, maybe some of you will have also experienced, you have other people who are not so educated or who are not used to internet banking. They will sometimes approach you and say, oh, I did an online course, I need to pay for my certificate. Can you do it for me? So in such cases, you take the equivalence in cash, and then you will simply do your So for me, your question, how can we take advantage of it? That is what is beginning to come to mind.
Thank you. So I think our time is fast. Code, and then send the money to you. So by the time that you have even opened your wallet, the person has sent the money, and you will just confirm that the money is in, and then you pay the person. We only plan of getting ID cards. That is going to be your QR code for merchants who want to take it serious. We plan on getting ID cards. So we are going to take your wallet QR code with your business name, create an ID card for you. You can have the ID card with you anywhere you are going, and if someone wants to pay you money, you can just remove your ID card, give it to the person to send the money. Once the person have scanned the QR code and paid the money, you don't even need to open your wallet. Once the person has sent it, you check on the person his phone, and see that the transaction has gone through and it is confirmed. And then you are good to, anytime you open your wallet, you are going to see your money. So I don't know whether it's also a good way. Getting the ID card is a good way to do it. Yes. So I think if there is no other concern or questions, I will thank you very, very much for making yourself available here. In fact, this is something that we have come to share ideas, but we decided that we are going to give you something small so that you can use it to buy fuel in your motorbike. I know that will not be anything for some of you here, but if you pick it, it's just a token for you to get fuel in your motorbike. And then our contact is on the letter that we provided, but once we have your contacts here, and after here, if you are interested, you can also come and check in the book and then mark your name so that we can locate you, and then we put the sticker, and then we further discuss how we are going to do the business. So without any other thing, I think we really appreciate your presence here and we thank you very much.
I don't know, the number you gave out, you did on WhatsApp, but that Vodafone